Now, that's the promise coming in there from Santaco as to what action they will take from tomorrow. So let's now get a response to this story from Transport Minister, spokesperson, that's Ayanda Ali Payne. Ayanda, thank you so much for your time. We heard there from Santaco actually giving out word to all taxi operators to start operating with full capacity. This is 100% capacity from the 70% which was stipulated by, of course, government. Your reaction, please.
Dumelo, very good evening to you. Good evening to the viewers. Thank you again for giving us right of reply. Well, the Ministry of Transport has noted Santaco's statement as broadcast through the media today, and we are of the view that it's rather unfortunate that they've taken this particular route. They know full well that Minister Mbalula had given them a promise that he would take those concerns to the NCCC. The minister has done so, and the NCCC has given the minister the information that on Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, that will be the 30th of June 2020, a response will be made on those two issues that Santaco was looking for conclusion on. Firstly, being whether or not they can load 100% capacity in their minibus taxis, and secondly, whether or not they can pursue interprovincial travel without requiring permits from passengers. Minister Mbalula actually championed those 2 points before the NCCC and was an active advocate on behalf of the taxi industry. He is of the view that perhaps now the country may be in a position to allow for 100% loading capacity, and he has brought it before the NCCC and is awaiting their response. So this statement by Santaco is premature, because you may find that on Tuesday, when we hear from the NCCC, they may agree with Santaco, and then there would be no need for any lawlessness. And if they find that the NCCC is a counter to what they propose as Santaco, then and only then are they permitted, in our eyes, to then voice their grievances a little bit more. But to do so now, we think is jumping the gun, as it were.
Now, it seems more grievances are coming in from Santaco, Ayanda, in terms of communication. They say that the department, as well as the minister, had kept communicating that they would meet with them to discuss these issues. However, those meetings kept on being postponed without even notice and without even feedback. Have you tried to explain to them as to why there were postponements? Have you gotten back to them?
And I think context is key here, Dumelo, because from the beginning of Minister Mbalula's position here as the Minister of Transport, he has constantly brought the taxi industry into his confidence and spoken to them at length, even prior coronavirus, about his plans for the industry. Now, when we saw the advent of COVID-19, every single step of the way, level 5, level 4, level 3 was no different. We saw Minister Mbalula speaking to the taxi industry, engaging with them on a number of issues. And indeed, yes, they're correct in the fact that we were supposed to have met this weekend, but it's important to note that the meeting of this weekend was just going to be a courtesy meeting to inform them that the real decision will be taken on Tuesday by the NCCC, and that another meeting will then take place after that. Now, unfortunately, due to a number of circumstances beyond Minister Mbalula's control, he was not able to honor those meetings, but that does not mean we have not communicated. We informed the taxi industry, the chief of staff, through the advisor of the minister, that any real decisions will be known post Tuesday's meeting with the NCCC, and that we do apologize for our inability to meet with them this weekend, because no decisions were going to be taken this weekend. As again, I emphasize, it would just be a courtesy to inform them that any real tangible results will be known post-Tuesday.
Before I let you go then, Ayanda, taxi operators are adamant that tomorrow they will, load full capacity, and you and I know that 100% capacity can be 110%. Sometimes it's overloading when it comes to taxis, and this is a hindrance to the efforts in curbing COVID-19. Those long-distance trips, they say they will commence with them as well. What is the department's decision in terms of consequences should they stop a taxi and find that they are operating in full capacity?
Look, the rule of law must be respected. We are of the view that if any transgressions, not only to the regulation, but to any other law in this here republic, are seen by law enforcement officials, that such officials must then take actions. And this is not just as a response to what we've heard from Santaco. This is an everyday occurrence. So whether you or I or a taxi driver breaks the law, whether it was before, during, or after lockdown, the law must take its course. And that is our opinion. So wherever we see law enforcement officials out and about, if they see transgression, they are mandated to take action. And that is our official position on this matter.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. Transport spokesperson, that is Ayanda Ali Payne, joining us, of course, as reaction to Santaco's decision. They are vowing to operate in full 100% capacity starting from tomorrow, and those long-distance interprovincial trips as well, saying that they will occur from tomorrow.